Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with second chapter of Flamingo, Lost Spring, which is written by Anise Jung. She has taken this chapter from her book Lost Spring: Stories of Stolen Childhood. Here she analyzes the grinding poverty and traditions which condemns these children to a life of exploitation. And these children are denied the opportunity of schooling and forced into labor early in life. The plight of these street children is portrayed beautifully by Anise Jung. This chapter has two parts discussing the same idea of the children who are living in poverty. Let's start with the first part. Sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. Anis Jung saw Sahib every morning. She would always find him searching for something in a heap of garbage. One morning, she asked him why he did all that. Then, Sahib replied that he had nothing else to do. Then, writer suggested him to go to school, but he expressed his inability to do so, as there was no school in his neighborhood. When she told him that she was going to start a school, Sahib was very happy. He said that he would definitely go to that school, but actually, the writer had no such intention to start a school. It was just a joke, or you can say it was just a way to tell Sahib to go to school. Sahib's full name was Sahib-e-Alam, which means Lord of Universe. But ironically, the poor boy who was destined to wander on the roads along with other boys like him, poor and barefoot. The author talked to Sahib's companion and learned that most of them stayed barefoot out of a tradition and not because of poverty. But the author did not seem to agree with them. In her opinion, a perpetual state of poverty was the real cause. Some other children were lucky as their prayer to get shoes was granted, but rag pickers remained barefoot. The rag pickers lived in Simapuri, an area very close to Delhi. But there is lots of differences between the two. Like most families of rag pickers, Sahib's family too had to come from Bangladesh in 1971. They came there because their homes and fields were destroyed by storms, and they had nothing left to live on and survive. There were about 10,000 rag pickers in Simapuri, living in mud structures with roofs of tin and tarpaulin. The area lacked all civic amenities like sewage and running water. People had no identity, though they had ration cards. This enabled them to cast their votes. and by foot. They moved about and pitched their tents wherever they could find food. Ragpicker was their sole means of earning of a livelihood. Now Sahib would often stop and stand outside a club. He watched two young men playing tennis because tennis fascinated him and he too wished to play tennis. When someone gave him a pair of discarded tennis shoes, half his dream came true. Of course, playing tennis was out of his reach as it was quite an expensive game. Sahib got a job in tea stall. He was paid 800 rupees a month and all meals, but perhaps he was not happy. He had lost his carefree look and his freedom, and he was no longer master of his own will. Thank you. I hope you like this. Thank you so much.